to stop a train.
Right now at 10, the U.S. and its European allies imposing unprecedented sanctions against Russia, the latest on the crisis in Ukraine. Plus, firefighters battle an early morning blaze near downtown Joplin. Also,
the Ice Bowl is back in Pittsburgh to kick off the official disc golf season. I'm Bronte Sorosky with why this game is so much more than that to people in the community.
and we're heading to the truck rodeo at Monarch Cement in Humboldt. You're watching the KOAM News at 10. And tonight, the United States and European allies took aim at Russia with new unprecedented sanctions punishing the Kremlin for invading Ukraine. Millions more in U.S. military aid is also on its way. CBS's Charlie Daggett is in Kiev with the latest. And we'll have more on the crisis in Ukraine after a little bit. Russian troops are reportedly on the move, heading further into eastern Ukraine. Russian state TV released footage Saturday showing what it says are armed forces and military vehicles crossing the Seversky Donets River as they closed in on the Luhansk region. There aren't any visible national insignia or flags on the military vehicles in the video, but most of them are marked with the letter Z. The code is painted on trucks and armor being used as part of the Russian invasion force. Spain is stockpiling humanitarian aid for civilians in Ukraine who have had their lives upended since Russian military forces invaded the country. Spanish Foreign Minister José Manuel Alvarez said his country is ready to send 20 tons of humanitarian aid to Ukraine. During a visit to a military base east of Madrid, Alvarez checked the boxes carrying medical equipment and medicines. Foreign Minister did not provide details on when the convoy would leave for Ukraine. Liquor stores in North America are showing their support for Ukraine by boycotting Russian vodka. Bars, pubs, and liquor store owners are saying no to Russian vodka to strike back at Russia in an act of solidarity with Ukraine. In Bend, Oregon, Pine Tavern restaurant owner Bill McCormick poured all of his Russian vodka down the drain. In Knoxville, Bob Gilbertson of Bob's Liquor Store sold what he had at cost and won't sell any more again anytime soon, and he smashed a bottle of it. Officials in Ontario, Canada, ordered Russian vodka removed from stores. Temperatures looking to be on the upside this week. Nick Kelly joins us.
Especially with today's temperatures, Chris, that and mostly sunny skies finally kicked off the big melt. That will certainly carry us through the rest of the weekend and into next week. As far as where the official numbers started out and topped out at, 18 this morning. Look at that high of 43 degrees. Finally back above freezing, and we'll take it given that we have nothing on the radar network. We haven't had anything to track all day long, maybe some high clouds here or there, but the bigger picture shows a wave just to the south, keeping any moisture, wintry and regular, just to the south of us, and a lot of nothing out to the west. That is our weather. Certainly to wrap up the weekend as we go into tomorrow. As far as where we sit right now, most of us mid to upper 20s, a few spots still near 30 south of Interstate 44, but eventually everyone's going to bottom out around 21 degrees with maybe a few clouds for some. But everyone's mostly sunny tomorrow, Chris. Everybody's at the very least, back near 50, so the melt will continue tomorrow. And temperatures will trend even warmer for the week ahead. We'll break down the numbers in a bit.
Nick, thank you. Joplin fire crews responded to a house fire early this morning in the Murfreesboro area. Just before 5, crews were alerted to a fire at this home at 910 West 5th near 5th and Connor. Firefighters reported heavy smoke and flames and called in a second alarm. Everyone was out of the home safely. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Monarch Cement Company in Humboldt held its truck rodeo. KOAM's Jalen Banks checked it out and has this story.
The Monarch Cement Center is hosting its annual truck rodeo. This event hosts 14 contestants that have traveled from as far as western Kansas and Kansas City. The top 2 finishers from today go on to a national competition featuring some of the world's best drivers in the profession. Justin Tucker, one of the judges, says that going on to nationals is no small feat and can be very beneficial for those that accomplish that.
For example, if one of these guys goes to national and places high, wins, gets top 3, 4, whatever, it doesn't take long for their whole market area to know that they've got one of the best drivers in the world.
The contestants go through a series of 7 tests and obstacles showcasing their skills. Those participating were hand-picked by management to compete, giving the drivers an added boost of confidence.
It felt good knowing that
my management has, a high value and high trust in my skills.
Nationals will take place this fall in October, giving the drivers more time to hone their skills. In Humboldt, Kansas, at the Monarch Cement Center, I'm Jalen Banks, KOAM News.
Well, February is Black History Month, but the George Washington Carver National Monument celebrates Black history year-round. Carver grew up during a time of segregation and was born during the Civil War. Despite this, he never treated anyone differently. So today, the National Monument hosted an interracial understanding workshop for attendees to reflect on where the country has been and where we are now.
They're going to be learning a little bit more about race relations within the United States during George Washington Carver's time, and see how he would have had an understanding of race relations in his job, in his field, and how he was able to use the idea of coming together through soil conservation and discussing race.
National Monument hopes attendees see that these lessons are applicable in everyday life. Well, the cold weather created perfect conditions for a game aimed at helping out a local charity. And for any disc golf players, you'll know what we're talking about. KOAM's Bronte Sorotsky has more on what the Ice Bowl means to disc golf players all over the world and how they're helping those in the Pittsburgh community.
Weather throughout the region may be looking better, but the few days of snow made conditions perfect for one disc golf organization.
We enjoy, as disc golfers, we enjoy the fun weather, but the fun thing is we live in Kansas, so the weather will kind of bounce around.
On Saturday, the group held its annual charity event to kick things off. This year, proceeds will go to the Wesley House.
Our annual charity event called the Ice Bowl, and this is kind of an event that many clubs around the nation run, and it's kind of that start off to get ready for the disc golf season.
They call it the Ice Bowl for a reason, and Saturday's weather really proved it.
So the Ice Bowl has its name because it's predominantly played in the colder weather, and so usually kind of the disc golf off season is from November to February, and so that's when a lot of local clubs will hold theirs. We've always held ours in February. Kind of a fun fact, in all the years we have run Ice Bowl, this is the actual first time that we've actually had snow in that icy weather.
The club's members are made up of people young and old. And for one, it's something he didn't really get that into until the pandemic.
My son and his friends started playing. I thought it was one of the goofiest things I'd ever seen in my life. They convinced me to bring the dog out and go for a walk, and one thing led to another, and now I am just hooked. People got tired of being cooped up inside, and disc golf is one of the few things you can do outside with a mask, without a mask.
It's a sport that's really just about having fun and helping out the community.
The motto for the Ice Bowl is no wimps, no whiners. Come out, have fun.
In Pittsburgh, Bronte Sorotsky, KOAM News.
Anyone who wanted to play could bring 5 canned goods or pay $10. All proceeds went to the Wesley House in Pittsburgh. We take this time now to honor one of our many 4-state heroes. Sergeant Richard Brandt served in the Army during Vietnam. His hometown, Independence, Kansas. We're proud to recognize Sergeant Richard Brandt, tonight's 4-state hero. And of course, if you'd like to learn more about other heroes or nominate one of your own at any time, all you need to do is head over to our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Still ahead, baby teethers sold at Target are being recalled due to a choking hazard.